Today we're going to talk about toe space recessed sides. It's a new option, came out I think winter of 2015, maybe summer. And this is an option we've been asked for a lot from our customers, where at the end of an island or the end of a run of cabinets, which we've kind of mocked up here, got a sink base and now there's a 3-drawer base. What if you didn't want the cabinet side to go all the way to the ground? You want a recessed toe so that if you're standing in front, your toes go underneath, or if you're at the end of the island, your toes can go underneath. In the olden days, we had to tell our customers to get out their handy table saw and chop the cabinet side off the bottom and then build their own platform. It was very kludgy, not a very effective solution on such a high-end product. Conestoga got wise to this and came up with this option, and we want to demonstrate it for you now. But I want to make a couple of points about this option. First of all, only available on standard base or tall cabinets. It's not available on desk bases because those have a short 2.5-inch standard toe. It's not available on angled end or transition cabinets. I think that's the only limitation I can think of. So be aware, you have to check the manual to see when you can and cannot use this option. The other thing to be aware of is when you're doing end panels, especially like an integrated prep false side where Conestoga will hang the front frame past and you want to put a door panel up behind. Remember, you're going to want that door panel to end ideally level with the bottom of this, not all the way to the floor like you might do it if it was a full cabinet side. You might want to carry that as a wainscot panel to the ground with a wide bottom rail. You're going to want to stop that panel short of the floor to line up with the bottom of your now shorter cabinet side. So let's get started with the assembly. So the assembly is much the same as a normal base cabinet would be. We're going to start off by putting our cabinet sides in. Okay, so you can watch any of our other assembly videos to see the basic beginning parts of the assembly. What we want to stress when we get to that point is how the actual toe space pieces integrate into the assembly. That's the critical part. So we've got the cabinet basically assembled the way our normal assembly videos show. What's different here is, we want to make note, you have a full side on this side going all the way to the floor, and you can see this side stops short of the floor. So without some sort of a platform to hold this cabinet up, it's just going to tip over. And that's the whole purpose of the toe space side, is to make the toe box step back on that side. So when you open up your box for your cabinet, you should find these 4 extra pieces. There's 2 shorter ones that have the dovetailed male. Then you have these 2 that will have the female receiving groove, and these will slide into your cabinet bottom. So this is where things are different, and I want to stress, this has to be done before you put your cabinet back on. There is no back in here yet. So you'll want to slide these pieces in before the back goes on. So we've already got them glued. These slots have been glued already. You have your male dovetail, and you want to make sure the female dovetails are facing inward. And we're going to start at the top, slide these down, and you can let them kind of float in here. You'll position them against the cabinet back in a moment, but for now you can just kind of push them down and hold them there. Now we're going to get the glue bottle, and we're going to glue the female receiving slots on these horizontal pieces. And I promise this will make a whole lot more sense when we stand the cabinet upright. You'll see exactly what's going on here. And these, there's no magic. Here, Jim, you can take care of that one. There's no magic to how these orient. There's a finished side and an unfinished side. That's just because Conestoga is using their standard plywood. You can orient it either way. There's no front or back. Now, if you want, you can run some pins in here to the cabinet bottom into the tops of these. I think that's irrelevant. This is not going anywhere. It's just acting as an immovable platform for this cabinet to set on. So once you put these in, that glue sets up.
We can put a couple pins in through the side here just to hold everything together.
Yeah, you can do it on that side. This side you won't be able to get at with a gun. But let's do that just to demonstrate that. So Jim's going to come in through the dovetail itself. That'll help hold things rigid. And now we're going to put the back on. The back should go on like a normal cabinet, just lays right on. We're going to put the back on and then shove this platform up tight to the back. So we'll come back in a moment once that's been done. Okay, our back is now on and fastened in place as per normal assembly. Now we're going to slide that back up until these pieces here contact the cabinet back. Now Jim, let's flip this up. Turn it around and face the customer with the cabinet. So now what we have here is a normal cabinet side over here. We have this box under here that's supporting the cabinet so it won't tip over, but now on the side we have a toe recess. So at the end of the island or the end of a normal run, you've got this recessed side. And you want that to be about the same 3 inches as it is here. Now, as a point, we want to make here, we've seen a few jobs with Conestoga come where the front of this platform is a little bit too far out versus the other standard cabinets on your run. So your other ones are going to be stepped back 3 inches from the face frame to your cabinet side or your toe box recess. And we've seen this come back at like 2 3/4. It's not a big problem. You can just nip these things off. Just cut them off with your table saw or your chop saw before you assemble. It's not a showstopper, but we have seen a few cabinet boxes come through with these pieces a little too long. So that should give you an idea on how this cabinet goes together. Again, it's the same principle, whether it's a tall cabinet or a short base like this. If you have any questions, just give one of our sales reps a call.